Want to zoom in on the shoes real quick? What does that say? Palm Angel?
Yeah, Palm Angel.
Those are some dope shoes, Caleb, man. Right here with the IBF Super Middleweight Champion. Man, how you feeling, man, in this Miami weather? We're here in one of the biggest events of the year.
Yeah, I mean, great to be down here and, just sitting back enjoying the festivities, so.
Man, what's the latest, brother? What could you tell us? Is it signed, sealed, delivered yet? What's the latest with the CANELO negotiations?
Nothing right now. We're going to sit down here real soon and try and get things worked out, so.
It's still negotiations, though, still happening, so it's still looking good. It's still looking like that's the fight in September.
I mean, that's what we want. Like I said, here real soon, me and his team, my team, his team, we're going to sit down and see about getting this thing worked out. So,
what did you think of his performance, Canelo's performance versus Billy Joe Saunders?
I mean, he did what he had to do. I felt like Billy was starting to settle in and started finding some success, and but he ran into a shot. So
with the success Billy Joe found, was there, and obviously Billy Joe's a southpaw, but was there anything you yourself saw that maybe was like, okay, maybe this works, maybe that works?
Nothing new that I didn't already know. So I'm excited to get that fight, signed, sealed, and delivered. That way, I can show you guys what I'm all about.
So, all right, man. Speak on the fact of being undisputed, and obviously, I'm sure as a young kid, kind of wanting to grow into sport, that's the ultimate goal, right? Is to be the man that no one can say that you're not. You know what I mean? Speak on the potential of that.
Yeah, I mean, you said it yourself. I mean, I've been working hard at this for a long time, and that's been the goal, is to become undisputed. And the fact that there's never been an undisputed super middleweight before, I'm looking to be that guy. So,
is there any, I guess, satisfaction maybe in, kind of you and David had that little kind of issues back and forth or whatever, and I mean, you're kind of the man that's holding the belt, you know what I mean, when you're kind of the last man standing, so to speak, right now. Is there any satisfaction in that, just on the kind of the beef level with you and David Benavidez?
I mean, no, I really don't put no thought in that, to be honest. You sit around thinking about small stuff like that, and then you wind up, not being able to hang on to even what you got. So I don't put my focus into that. I put my focus into what's ahead, and anybody else in my position, they'd be going after all the belts as well. So that's what I'm focused on.
Speak on the journey, man, just from kind of being that kid to now being at the pinnacle of probably the biggest fight of the year once it gets all said and done.
I mean, it's been a lot of up and downs for me. Anybody knows me, they know it's been a long road for me. But I stayed focused and I've stayed locked in, and the sport has brought me everything. So I got a lot of respect for this sport. I love boxing, and I can't wait to get that signed. But either way, I'm in a great position. Me and our team, we're going to look to sit down here soon and try and get things worked out. But regardless, I'm in a great spot with a lot of great fights that can be made. And but undisputed is the goal.
Does it bother you when you hear other kind of like boxing like personalities, I guess, like fighters and trainers? I heard Tim Bradley say something about that. Canelo's going to beat the dog shit out of you, I believe was his quote. Does that stuff bother you at all? Does that like kind of opinions of fighters and saying, especially that kind of graphic, I guess, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really put no thought into that. I don't care what no other grown man has got to say about me. He should be focused on whatever he's got going on, and that goes for him and, whoever else, you know what I'm saying? I've been hearing stuff like that my whole career, you know what I'm saying, from the time I was a amateur till now. But regardless of what they said, I've had a lot of success. So.
Is it any more satisfying when you do kind of prove the naysayers wrong, when you do end up on top, and obviously you're doing it, right? You haven't been wrong yet.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that's better than proving somebody right is proving somebody wrong. And a lot of these same people said that I was going to get knocked out by Jose Uzcategui, and then I whooped his ass like it was nothing. And so, you know, it's hard for people to gauge me and put me, you know, they feel like I'm this good or I'm that good, but it's they really can't do that because I've lost 3, maybe 4 rounds in my whole boxing career. So you guys have yet to even see the best Caleb plan. And so for people to act like they can gauge me and put me where they think or how good I am, you can't even do that yet because, you know, like I said, I've lost 3, maybe 4 rounds in my whole boxing career. And so you can't gauge me yet. You don't know how good I am. And with 21 fights, I'm only getting better. So
definitely, man. We see the progression every fight. Talk about this real quick. Mayweather-Paul happening tomorrow night. Just what are your thoughts of the YouTube guys kind of joining the boxing game? Positive, negative, better for the sport?
Well, I don't think they're necessarily joining they're boxing, but that doesn't mean that they're like solidified themselves as fighters, you know what I'm saying? But I think it's cool. I don't have no issues or problems with it. I feel like everybody and their mom wants to be a fighter right now. You know, everybody wants to be a boxer. Everybody wants to try and step into our domain and, you know, see what they can do with it and prove themselves against somebody that they feel like is their equal. And, I think that's great for the sport. You know, they're getting a lot of eyes on the sport. Everybody's talking about boxing right now, and I'm sure it's bringing new fans to the sport as well. So
yeah, no, it definitely is, man. Real quickly, Jake Paul facing Tyrone Woodley. How do you think that fight plays out when that happens?
You know, I'm not sure. He's slowly stepping up, and we'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, man. Quickly, I know you're in camp with Teofimo. You guys are at least working on the same gym. Maybe, I don't know if that's considered in camp together, but
we're the same gym.
Right, yeah. Well, how's he looking, and how do you see that fight with Kambosos playing out in 2 weeks?
He's looking good, and he said he ain't going past the first round, so we'll see how it goes. But I don't think that fight goes the distance.
Gotta get your take on Pacquiao versus Spence, man. Huge fight in August. The biggest fight until your fight gets announced in September, I would probably say. How does that fight play out? What does Spence have to do to get a victory in that fight?
I mean, Manny's a legendary fighter, but, you know, I'm rocking with Errol. We've been, cool for a long time. I think Errol's got all the tools to get the job done. I think he's going to get his hand raised.
What do you think about that? Pacquiao at 42 years old taking on the youngest, biggest lion that there is in the division?
I mean, you know, all you can do is tip your hat to him, you know, to continue to get in there with young champions like Errol, you know, it's commendable.
Yeah, definitely. Appreciate your time, brother. Can you tell the fans where they can follow you?
Just follow me at Caleb Plant.
There it is. Appreciate you, Caleb. Thank you, man.